Friday. We hope everyone's day is off to a magical start. Welcome to Disney on a Dime. I'm Tan. This is my husband, Eric. And today we wanted to come in and share with you just how you should go about booking a Disney dining reservation. All right?
Now, before we do that, we are rocking our Donald Duck
oh my gosh.
t-shirts. And
you guys see that?
Donald has a special place in our heart because if you have little ones and you're taking them to Disney, they probably have a special character. I think Disney owns every character. They got character. Star Wars, Marvel, the princesses, all the traditional Disney characters.
The list goes on and on. So Donald was Chase's favorite character.
Had about 3 or 4 stuffed Donalds, all the Donald books. When he got to meet Donald, he freaked out. So
it was so beautiful, just a beautiful moment. But
we got tons of pictures, but we won't bore you with that.
But you can get these shirts at Target for $10.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, guys, today we wanted to share with you just how you should go about booking your Disney dining reservation. In a previous video, we talked about the actual meal plan. But what if you're not going to do the Disney dining plan? So you want to just go ahead and do it on your own? How do you do that? Well,
let me ask you, but first, because you do all of our reservations, right? All of our dining reservations.
Yeah.
Is there a certain time period in advance that you should do it?
All right, so here in our house, when it comes to vacations, Eric and I take on different roles. My role is typically planning the dining, where are we going to eat? And what I typically like to do, guys, I've had to learn this the hard way, book out as far as possible.
Right.
Whenever it comes up, when you're staying off property or on Disney property, I think there's a certain number of days where you are actually allowed to, start your reservation. So when it opens up and you can do it out as far in advance as possible. I like to try most times to do about 2 months out because your popular restaurants will tend to fill up. And if you've been planning a trip to, let's say, be our guest for one of your kids' birthdays, you might kind of be out of luck if you don't get in there and book that reservation far enough in advance. So
yeah, it fills up really quickly.
Yeah. So I just go onto Disney's website and book it.
Well, we can make it. Let's do this. Let's make it interactive again. So we'll show you how we do it on the kind of traditional website of going to Disney.com on the website. And we'll show you a couple of different ways to do it on the website, and then we'll show you maybe on some of the mobile apps. You want to do that?
Yeah, I like that idea.
All right, let's do
it. All right, guys. So the first thing we'll look at, I guess you could call this the more traditional way to book a dining plan. So we just went to the main Disney page here, disneyworld.disney.go.com, or just, Google Disney. And if you go to this page, if you scroll down, you'll see a few different ways to make dining reservations. Now, when you start to talk about planning a Disney vacation, I definitely recommend you set up a Disney account. You're just going to need it to make it a lot more user-friendly. Because once you have that Disney account, you can do things like you can come in here and we can either click on Make Dining Reservations, or we can use the My Disney Experience application on our web browser. So, for example, if we just click on Make Dining Reservations, it's going to take us through or walk us through the process of making a dining reservation online, and we can pick the dates, we can pick our party size and the search times. But again, as you do all this, you're going to want to save all this information. So that's why you really want to go in and create a Disney account to do this. So this is, kind of just doing it the very basic way online, picking your restaurant. You can apply different filters here, so you can do the type of dining you want to do, the price range.
And so, really quickly, babe, also to speak to the creating of the account. When we go to Disney, more than likely, you're going to have more than one dining reservation. So in creating your account, you're able to kind of keep track of the times and the dates and also where you're actually eating at for that particular day.
And that's a great point, because the other thing you can look at is the My Disney Experience app. And this is an app that will work here in the web browser or on your mobile device. And we're going to show you what it looks like on the mobile device here in just a minute. But going back to what you just said, once I sign up for the My Disney Experience and create that Disney username and login where I can sign in and use this app, it's going to keep track of all my fast passes, so my ride reservations, all my dining reservations, and all my entertainment times. So by having this app and signing up with a Disney account, it's going to track all that information for you.
That's great.
So we could sign up for a dining reservation on the internet site here, but we're actually going to do it on the mobile app because I think It's a little bit easier to do it there. So let's take a look at how that what that looks like. All right, guys, so I showed you the My Experience app on a basic web browser, and I also talked about creating an account. And what's nice about the My Experience app, especially once you create that account, is that, of course, they also have a mobile version. And that works on either your Apple or your Google Android device. So pretty much any mobile device or tablet, you can download the My Experience app, which is what I've done here. I'm looking at it on my iPhone. And it's also linked to your Magic Band, and we'll do another video that talks about Magic Band. So now we're going to show you what it's like to book a dining plan using the mobile device. Now, babe, you talked about booking reservations months in advance because they fill up. Why would we want to use the mobile app?
Well, you will want to use the mobile app. Let's say it's your first time, vacationing at Disney World, and you just happen to be over in Epcot, and you're like, oh my gosh, we love pizza. I did not know they had this new, fancy pizza restaurant over here in Epcot via Napoli. And, you may want to just pull your phone out and see if there's a possibility that later on in the day, maybe you could actually get into, the restaurant later on today by using the app. So I think it really gives you a lot of flexibility by it being so mobile.
So let's try that. Let's go through it. So I'm in the app. We're walking around Epcot, and our son loves pizza. So he's like, hey, I really want to eat at Via Napoli. It's, the pizza restaurant at Epcot. But
we don't have a reservation.
Right. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go to the dining app. Or the dining button. We're going to click the dining button, and what it shows you, you can't really use this. This is showing you all these little numbers of all the restaurants throughout Disney World. So these are different restaurants. So what we want to do is kind of filter this, right? Because obviously, this is a little bit too much information. So I'm going to select that filter button. And obviously, in our story, we're at Epcot. So we're going to say, all right, I'm at Epcot. And let's see, I want pizza for lunch. Mm-hmm. And let's continue to scroll. So we talked about the dining plan on another video, right? So the restaurant that we talked about at Epcot that we want to try to get into is Via Napoli. It is a table service restaurant. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Even though it's pizza, it is actually table service.
So to even if we're on the dining plan and we want to use that, we have to have either the deluxe dining plan or the basic dining plan.
And guys, we will leave the link below where you can go and check out the video that we have regarding the Disney dining plan. It can be a bit complicated, so we're not going to really get into it here, but we'll leave the link below.
Yeah. But because this is table service, we have to have two of the more high-end dining plans. If we've just got the quick service,
we wouldn't be able to eat there.
We wouldn't be able to eat there, or we'd have to pay for it ourselves. So let's see. The price range, I think Via Napoli is mid-range.
Yeah, I believe so.
And this is casual dining. All right. So we've entered all our filters. Let's see if Via Napoli comes up. So we'll hit done. So now you'll notice the map now is just showing us Epcot, right? And what's nice about this is a map of Epcot. So let's say that I'm at the entrance to Epcot. So I'm right here at Spaceship Earth, which is the entrance to Epcot. I could quickly see that, if I'm interested in a restaurant that's all the way across the lagoon here, I've got a little bit of a haul, right? Yeah. So this is nice because it ties it back to this interactive map. But in this case, I'm just going to look at a list, and we can just kind of scroll through the list and see what is available to us. And it basically does it in alphabetical order.
That's great.
Pretty easy to read.
And as you can see also, it also has the location of each restaurant where it's located at.
Right. And also what's helpful is these little dollar signs. So if you have $2 signs, it's a mid-priced restaurant. Mm-hmm. If you have $1 sign, it's probably a quick service, less expensive. So $1 sign, you're probably talking between $5 and $20, maybe a basic snack. Mm-hmm. $2 signs, you're talking, between 15 and probably 30, 40 bucks. If you get $3 signs, that's, potentially $100 plus for a family of three.
Right.
So we're going to try to do Via Napoli.
And looks like we were spot on regarding the price.
Yep.
Got $2 signs.
So let's select that. And let's see if we can find a table. So we're going to select the find a table option. Before we do that, I believe you can go in and actually look at the menu, and it'll tell you about things like, if you've got food allergies or that type of thing. And again, we could also come by our map or directions and see how far we are from Via Napoli. So let's find a table. And we're going to put in our party size. And we're going to actually try to do this today. So your story is we're at the park this morning. So it's roughly 10:30 now. So we're going to say we want to find something at lunch today. So let's see if there's something available at noon. So we're going to select noon and see what is around. So what's nice about this, you know, it couldn't find noon exactly, right? So we asked for noon, but it got pretty close.
Okay.
So we could go ahead and book for 12:25 and have a reservation and basically walk in.
Right.
Now, typically, even when you have a reservation, you typically do have to wait a few minutes, especially during the busy season. But this is a lot better than just trying to walk into a restaurant like Via Napoli during a crowded lunch without a reservation. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. And again, also, if we didn't have the app, possibly, like you said, we'd have to go into the restaurant and try to kind of wait it out, or we may have to go back to the hotel room, pull out the laptop, and try to book it that way.
Yeah. So I would say in general, you know, if we're booking 2 months out, we would probably just go to the website. The mobile app is nice, but I would probably just go on the website and do it. But if you're in the park, you know, and you need to book a reservation, or the app also tells you what your reservations and fast passes are, so you do forget. The app is a nice way to do it and look at it while you're on the go. You have your reservations, you can make reservations, you can change reservations. And let's talk about, can you kind of walk them through, babe? When you make reservations, what's the story with the credit card and breaking reservations? How does that work?
All right, so not sure if we've mentioned it in this video. I believe it was actually over in a previous video, but if I am repeating myself, please forgive me. However, if in the event that you are not going to be able to keep your reservation, it is advised that you give the restaurant, give Disney a call and let them know your circumstance, and have them cancel that reservation for you. If not, your credit card will be charged. Back in the day, when we started out going to Disney, I think we mentioned in a previous video that we have been to Disney some 44 times. So we've been going for a while. However, back in the day, you really didn't have to give them your credit card to hold your reservation. However, things have changed now. I think a lot of people were booking reservations and not keeping them. And then, you know, that left a lot of open slots open, meaning Disney didn't get the money for those tables. So now with most of your restaurants, you do have to give them your credit card. So you just want to be advised, if you're going to have to break your reservation, give them, what would you say, babe, about 24 hours notice?
Yeah, and we'll look that up. But I think there's a certain time period where you can just cancel it through the app. But I think if it's a couple of hours before, you have to call them. And they're good, even if it's 30 minutes before, they're good about, if you call them and say, look, you know, my child's sick or we got stuck on the ride, they're good about letting you cancel it. But if you don't call them at all, they will charge your credit card. And it's something like, you know, $15 or so, but we'll get that information and include it in the video.
So guys, I hope you found that informative. You know, one of the things we like to do in our videos is really walk you through the process.
Yeah.
You know, just to kind of summarize, we showed you how to do it on the website and then the mobile app. We also talked a little bit about the dining plan. So we've got a whole other video that breaks down the dining plan and how it works.
Yeah, and we'll leave that link for you to, in the description box below.
Yeah, and again, keep in mind, we focused on reservations in this video, right? Restaurants where you need reservations, not walk up. And the thing again with a reservation is they do have a cancellation policy.
Right.
And I actually pulled it up. So I found the fine print online at Disney.
All right, he has his little cheat sheet here.
Yeah. And it says each restaurant at the Walt Disney World Resort maintains its own cancellation policy. So to be sure to confirm the policy before finalizing your reservation. So they're basically saying, look, if you make a reservation with that restaurant and cancel it, you need to be aware of what that cancellation policy is. And if you do need to cancel, I think you may be able to do it through the app, but if not, you can call 407-939-3463 or WDW-DINE.
Yeah.
And I've done that, and they're pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Even a few hours, 30 minutes in advance, as long as you tell them in advance and you kind of give them a reason.
Because if you don't,
they will charge you.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, and I think they even tell you that depending on the number of people in your party.
Yes. They charge you per person for the cancellation.
So if you have a little one who had a tummy ache the night before and you're just not going to be able to make that breakfast, or
you get stuck on a ride.
That's true.
Hop on your phone, say, hey, we're going to miss it.
Yeah, you're going to have to give them a call.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that is it. Again, we hope that you have enjoyed this video on how to make a Disney dining reservation. We hope that you have found it informative. And so, as always, guys, don't forget to make everything magical. Bye, guys.